Hi friends, in today's video we are going to do a full flip through of every page inside my creative journal from 2023. Hi, my name is Belinda. I'm the founder of Organize and Blessed Mom, and I am back with another creative idea. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you'll know when a new video is posted. All right, friends, so the other day on Instagram, I asked if you would like to see a flip through of this baby. So this is an Archer and Olive, what is this, journal? I believe, let me see, I have it written down over here, what kind or what size it is. So it's a dot grid A5 size. So I really like this A5 size. It's very easy to fill up. Sometimes when you're starting with journaling, if you're starting, I would recommend you start with maybe an A5 or even something smaller, maybe even a traveler's notebook, which is about half of this, just because as you get going, it's easier to fill up smaller pages and then you can grow. So this is an Archer and Olive. I think I have some blank pages here in the back. It does have a little pocket, and then some measurements down here, but it's just a grid notebook. Now grid notebooks are not my favorite because they don't have lines. My favorite would be something with lines. I did do an unboxing of this notebook. It came, I believe it was like a subscription box. I think it was like a December something subscription box, but it's a beautiful notebook. It has these really pretty like coffees, and then it does have the band. So there is a little bit of separating here because I did put a lot of stuff in here. So let me show you what I did in here. I'm going to show you all the pages. This is probably the first creative journal I've ever filled. I have several creative journals, but they are not filled, and this one I was able to fill it up. So for the first part here in the name page, what I did is I just put my name, the year, and I did a little bit of just gluing in different ephemera. Many of the things in here are from magazines, and all this is from magazines, and then I just added some stickers. These are from Amazon. I think these stickers are actually from Wrong Wrong. And then I just added some scrapbook paper. Yes. I have a lot of scrapbook paper. I love scrapbook paper, but I don't do traditional scrapbooking. My memory keeping is actually done in a very minimal way with just stickers, pens, and photos. But I do love to collect scrapbook papers and scrapbook kits. All this is from this is from a scrapbook kit which came with this paper, and these stickers are all from that same kit. I believe this is a Carta Bella. And then this is just something I took out from a magazine. So for this first page, I think, yeah, it looks like on this one, I just glued that. And then this is grid, and I just put 2023 welcome. Just to start. Sometimes I know that it could be when we're starting a journal, we don't know what to do. So I like to put at least the year and maybe the purpose of the journal. For my newer creative journal, I actually did creative journal intro page, but on this one I kind of didn't know what I was gonna do with it. I was just trying to use it. So at the beginning, I did want to document my word of the year for 2023, which was joy, and then I just put a couple of definitions of the word with a couple of Wrong Wrong stickers. And that was just a way of documenting my word of the year. Let me know in the comments if you pick a word for your year. I always pick a word for my year. And so then I went in and made some, I guess you could say, vision boards. And so I always set some goals for myself. And so this was just inspiration for just trying to work on my health. All these things are either from the internet or from magazines that I cut out, and then I just put some alpha stickers here, really cute. And then my family, I do homeschool my kids, so I kind of had this vision of very organic homeschooling. And then we love to travel as a family, so I put some photos from the internet for that as well. And then just some stickers. This background back here is from a magazine, as well as this background back here. And then my home. I've been wanting to declutter and organize my home, so I got a couple of Pinterest pictures, and then these, like here in the back, are from magazines. So I love to incorporate magazine clippings in my creative journal because they're inexpensive. Most of these magazines that I'm cutting up, I used to get a subscription, and I just keep them. And now they're coming to great use. So this is just my goal on connecting and being part of different groups. And so I used these different images from magazines, and then just printed some pictures from the internet to inspire me with this connection goal. And then once I got my word of the year, I have a couple of things about my goals. I started with the prompts. So these are journaling prompts from Helen. She is a Journal with Purpose on Instagram and on YouTube. And she gives us these prompts through Patreon. And so these are past prompts. I hope it's okay that I show them. But these are past prompts. And I love that Helen gives us some journaling prompts. I think she even gives some different types of prompts. But I know for sure my favorite is the journaling prompts because I like to journal. So she'll give us a prompt for every day. What I like about it is that if I don't really like the prompt, I can just adjust it. Okay. But it's a great... following prompts for me is just a great way to start, because sometimes what stops us from journaling is knowing what to write, right? Or what stops us from creating art is, what do I create? So I like to do a monthly cover, and Helen also gives us printouts if you're part of a certain tier of her Patreon. So I get these beautiful printouts or printables, and so I usually use those for the cover. She also gives us mood trackers, and you'll see some of those here in a second. So how did I start? This was the first month I did it, and so I just kind of started. I used some of her papers and I did some stamping. And so July 1 was plans for July. So I just talked about vacations, what we're going to do in July, and just put a couple of images from magazines, and then some stickers from her printable that she gave us for July. Then I went ahead and started doing just each page was a particular day. So this was July 2nd. The prompt was jelly plate prints. She gave us some jelly plate prints in the printable, so I used one of those. And then I just journaled about whatever I wanted to. So I like this picture. It kind of had the same size. This picture was a picture from a magazine, and so I just talked about connecting with others and how I'm making that one of my goals. So here on July 3rd, the prompt was needs my focus. So I just answered the prompt and put a couple of words and a sticker and even some paper. What's so great about creative journaling is that there is like no rules. You can do whatever you would like. And for the fourth, the journal prompt was patterns. So whatever pattern you wanted to create. So what I did is I used, I think, like a stencil, and I created this pattern with some ink. And then I just picked a prompt from her printable. It says keep focusing on those moments of joy, and I talked about that. And I put a magazine picture there. On July 5th, we had hopeful. So hopeful was the prompt. And I just put some washi and some stickers. I stamped. I had a hope stamp, and then I just made the full with another stamp, and that was that day. On the 6th, we had botanical drawings. I did try this one. I drew these myself, but I really don't like drawing. I rather use stickers. So I tried the drawing, and then I talked about how nothing is permanent. We should keep on going. And I added some paper there. Here's July 7th. It was signs of change. So here I did a little stamping with that word. I put some washi and then some stickers. So for July 8th, the prompt was decorated tag. So I got a tag that I just made from some paper scraps, and then I just decorated it. So I put all kinds of different layers on it. And I talked about making the tag. That's what I actually journaled about. Since these two pages are next to each other, I did use the same kind of washi to kind of make it look cohesive. But on July 9th, the prompt was the best. And so I did choose this thought: forget your inner critic and just get creating. And I talked about the best way to be creative and just added some stickers there. Then on the 10th, I started to do something different. Instead of doing 1 page per day, I actually did a 2-page per day spread. So this was July 10th, but I gave myself just some room to do some creative things. So July 10th was lines. So lines. So I made lines with the 2 colors, and then I drew lines in this little collage. Find your joy and spread it around. We all need more of it in our lives. And so I just did little lines with different stickers and stuff, and I talked about that over here on the writing part. July 11th was keep going. So I put it here on this side, and this is just a cutout from a magazine, and I like that it had people that were going up the mountain. They kept on going, and I just talked about that prompt. I also did put some of this is from a magazine, and then I did put a little bit more of stickers. Here's July 12th. The prompt was sprays. I don't think I have sprays, and I think I did try something here in the bottom with some paint, but I didn't like it. So I just covered it up. That's the beauty of creative journaling. Also, if you don't like it, you can always put some pattern paper on top of it. And so I thought this came out really nice. It's one of my first kind of clusters that I ever did, collages. And then I talked about this phrase: take time to do what makes your soul happy. And these are just little ephemera from a collection that I have from American Crafts. July 13 was self-care. So I did a little collage here with a bunch of different stickers from Recollections and Happy Planner, and then using up my washi. And I talked about that prompt over here. Here's July 14th. It's sparkly. So I incorporated sparkly through the foil. So I used purple foiled washi and a couple of foiled paper and foiled stickers. And I talked about just adding foil and how much I like foil in my sticker collection. This one was one of my favorites. It's the 15th. It was a comparison. I really liked this collage, but I can tell you that this collage, or the inspiration for this collage, came from a Pinterest pin that I saw. I'll put the picture here on the screen so you can see. What I like about grabbing inspiration from another place or another person is that even if we're using the same composition, we have different material, and even our creation is going to look different from our inspiration, just because we're using different things and because we're a different person. So I really loved this is from a travel magazine. I kind of cut her out, and then I put some stickers, some stamp, a tag, some washi, and I said do not compare, and I talked about comparison. I also grabbed this piece from that same magazine, and I used the same type of stickers, floral stickers and stamps on this adjacent page. I did also stamp this stamp, and this one is from Heidi Swap. So I kind of try to bring the elements over to the other side. The 16 was textured paste. So I did do a little bit of, I didn't have any paste, so I just made a texture with some Distress Oxide ink, and then I put some paint. I did do a little bit of, I can see here in the back, I tried to use acrylic paint, and then I said let your imagination take you somewhere new. This is a prompt from Helen, and I talked about that here. I really like the way this one came out as well. I love the vintagey look, and I used some stickers and some stamps as well, and some washi. Creative journaling is just really good for using up your stash of paper, washi, stickers, stamps, because we all have them. We all have a stash of things, and I love using them up, because once I use them up, I can buy more. So the 17 was journey. So we were talking about journey, and I talked about my journaling journey. So I put some books, a little picture from a magazine. This was also from a magazine, and these are stickers. This is also from a magazine, if you can see. So like, you don't even need to buy scrapbook paper. You can find shades of a color in magazines, and then just pair it with some washi and some stickers, and your page is done. July 18th was stickers. So I did a little collage here with a card and then some stickers from Wrong Wrong. And I talked about my love of stickers. On the 19th, the prompt was present moment. So present moment. So what am I trying to do in the present moment? I used some stickers from Live Love Posh, this tag from American Crafts, and then just a little bit of washi. Here is July 20th. It was stamping. So I did go ahead and stamp some of my favorite florals. I really like this page too. I like that it has a lot of white space. I did also put in some Heidi Swap stickers, and I put a picture of myself. So here we were talking about florals and how much I like florals. And so I put a picture. I was inspired by this picture and these florals in here, and so I brought out that purple in the picture onto my stamped florals. So this is probably one of my favorite pages. The 21st was positive. When you're struggling, remember how far you've come, is the quote that I chose for this day, and I talked about being positive. This is scrapbook paper, and these are all little stickers from Wrong Wrong, and maybe even some Happy Planner. So July 22nd was fold out. So I did 2 fold outs. I did this one right here and my prompt was about my happy place, because I chose this card as inspiration, and I used some of the colors, and it said, "You are my happy place." So I just added some pictures of my craft room, and I added some crafty stamps, and then this is all from a pad, a paper pad, and then I made another fold out here and another picture of my craft room, and I stamped here, "Craftiness is my happiness," and I added some recollection washi. I used washi to make this, and then just a little bit of tape there. So these cards are from a scrapbook pad by Recollections, and I really like how that turned out. The 23rd was my true path. So I just put a big I cut down some 6x8 scrapbook paper that said "Let's Go." This is by Simple Stories, and I put a little card, my true path, and I talked about my path in life and what I want to do. The 24th was inks. So I used some tea stamps, and I inked it up. And I used some of these printables. These reading printables are from Kelsey from My Abiding Journal. I'm also part of the Patreon group, and she makes these beautiful collections. The beauty of it is when you join the Patreon, you get the whole archive of printables with her, and so she has a book collection, and I used a bunch of her printables in this page, and then I just stamped a couple of tea inspired stamps that I have. I think these are from Close to My Heart. July 25th was control. So I chose to talk about things I can control, and I just made a list. Sometimes I kind of get tired of long form journaling, so I just do a quick list. There's no right or wrong way to creative journal. So, on days that I don't have that much time, or I'm just kind of tired of writing sentences, you can also do a list, and that's it. I did my list. I did a couple of just stickers to kind of go with what I was talking about, and I'm done with my spread for the day. Here's the 27th. It was passion. So I was talking about I think I made a mistake here. It says this prompt is from 26, which was fuzzy cutting. Okay, fuzzy cut. And so I did fuzzy cut these little sayings and this card, and this is from a magazine. This little strip right here, I fussy cut that, and I just put some washi from Archer and Olive, and we are done. Oh, I missed 26. So it looks like 26 and 27 were swapped. So I put here, this was prompt 27, which was passion. So I talked about my passion for journaling, and I used a lot of these again. When was it? These printables are from My Abiding Journal, and these are all from My Abiding Journal, as well as these. Everything I used on this spread was a printable from Kelsey Lee from My Abiding Journal. So she has beautiful, beautiful different printables. All right, we're almost done with July. So here's July 29th. July 29th was, let's see, progress maybe? Progression, yeah, progression. So on this day, I just put a big sticker. I did a little cluster here with the washi and this. These are all Happy Planner. And then I just put 2 boxes from the Happy Planner, and I just journaled about the prompt. They don't have to be elaborate, Sometimes you have more time than others, but I think the point is to be creative. The 30th was sewing. I don't have a sewing machine, but I did have some rub-ons from what is this called? Market 49 and Market. So I did kind of make it look like I had sewn in this journal. And I just used a bunch of 49 and Market things. I put a little quote here, and I've talked about how it's never too late to follow a new dream. And then on part 31, it was the end of month review. And so I just put a couple of different events that we did in July. And I did make a mistake here with the year, but I just put, stamped the right year on a piece of paper and corrected that. So I talked a little bit about the movies we did and the different classes and the different events that we went to. All right. So that was July. Here is September. So for September, I didn't do much. I did this beautiful page. I really like the way this page turned out. I also wanted to do this flip through because we are coming into, we're getting close to the fall season, and you're going to see a lot of fall ideas coming up here next. So you can try these in your journal as well. So this, I just did a couple of different washies, and then I stamped September and the year, and then I just did a bunch of different stickers. So some of these are wrong. Some of these are Archer and Olive, and then Archer and Olive, and then some even washi tape, and then Amazon as well in here, the washi tapes from Amazon. So I really liked this page. And I did do a fall bucket list in here, and I kind of checked off the things that I got to do. I used a bunch of these. These are all printables from my Abiding Journal, and I also did these strips of washi. I think these washies were from my Abiding Journal as well, from her printable. And then I did a fall fashion spread. So I love to, I also get the Talbot's clothing catalog, and I just kind of cut out different models and different color combinations, different shoes, even different, they had like the picture of the cafe where they had the photo shoot, and I just put it in there, and I really liked how it turned out. In retrospect, it would have been probably better if I would have used what is it called, a glue stick. I used my tape runner, and now with time you can actually see the tape under there, but it's okay. I also did use a little bit of stamps, and that was just a fun spread to do. And then I did a month in review for September, and it's just pretty much not very decorative, but I did do a couple of different things we did that month. Not obviously not as elaborate as the one I had done for July like this, but it's still a way to document. Okay, then we go into October. So in October, I went ahead and did a whole month again. I believe I did October and November, and we did another bunch of prompts. To save time, I'm not going to give you every prompt. I'm just going to go ahead and just give you the flip through. So here is my mood tracker. I started doing these mood trackers. This is part of the printable from Helen, and I think it's just so fun to come and see what mood. So here's October 1st. I had a couple of, I just printed out something from my magazine, and then I just put washi. Here's October 2nd. I think it was something like coloring. October 3rd. So this one was, I kind of journaled on 2 pages. Usually I don't journal on 2 pages, but it just, whatever. This one was like making a blackout poem, I think it was. Yeah, blackout poetry. So I did try it, and it wasn't like my best work because I don't like using acrylic paint, but I tried it. Here's October 5th, often thinking about, and I just used some box stickers and then some decorative stickers. October 6th, I did, it was like quilt or patchworking, so I did different patches of fall paper, and then I just used a big tag from the scrapbook paper pad, and I talked about the season of fall. This one's one of my favorites. So the prompt was currently, and so I have a set. I believe this prompt, these not stickers, stamp set are from Leo by Mail. She does a lot of currently spreads, and so I said I chose currently enjoying, drinking, eating, learning, celebrating, and praying, and I put washi, and then some different stickers. These stickers are from Fayware. I think it's the name of the shop. Here's October 8th. I did a 2-page spread here. Did a little bit of washi. October 9th, it was talking about changes, and I did a little cluster with some paper and happy planner stickers. Here's October 10th, I was talking about my guilty pleasures. I put 5 guilty pleasures. October 11th, we were talking about fascinated by, and how I'm fascinated by nature. And all these cutouts are from different magazines. Here's October 12th, my perfect kind of day. This is another one where I did journaling on 2 pages. And I think this prompt also had to do with like blotches. I'm gonna have to look back. October 12th had to do with splashes and splotches. I knew I had to do something like that. Distractions was October 13th. So again, I did the little cluster on the side, and then I just made a list. Easy journaling. On this one, October 14th was spiral. So I did used the only spiral stamp I have, and I kind of tried to do like spiral sticker thing here, but I didn't do any journaling. I just did just decoration. October 15th, impact on others, and I used a lot of these ephemera florals that I had in my closet for a long time. October 16th, I think it was about self-care, so I just did a little cluster, and I talked about self-care. On October 17th, I kind of flipped it. I put my journaling on this side and the decorative stuff on the right side, and I just made a list again. So that's the beauty of having your journal and your rules. You can switch it up if it gets tiring. I tend to like to do the same thing over and over. Like I always journal on the right and then decorate on the left, but sometimes I do change it up because I do get tired. Here's October 18th. We're talking about fall favorites, and I think the prompt was like paint, mixed media. That's what it was, mixed media. So I did do a little bit of acrylic paint back here, and then I did some stenciling and some stamping. So that was my version of mixed media. Oh, this one was really fun. It was like this time last year, and since I don't know how to letter, what I do is I type this up in my computer, and then I print it out like as if I lettered it. So I went back. What was I doing on October 19th? I was talking about my new traveler's notebooks. I talked about the weather a year ago, about the puzzle I was doing, the baseball game we were watching, what I was reading, and what movie we had gone to go see a year ago. So this one was a really fun spread. October 20th, I believe, was tags. So I used these tags to make this really pretty decorative page, and then just journal inside the tags on this side. October 21st, it was talking about favorite hobbies. I really like this one. I talked about all my favorite hobbies like journaling, eating good food, doing puzzles, shopping, watching movies, traveling, and reading. I tend to like things that are very structured, and so I love to do lists and things like that. And so I really like this. This is very memory keeping ish, and that's kind of how I was doing my memory keeping in my planner. So it was kind of fun to do it here. October 22nd, creative time was much needed today. I really like this cluster. I think I took inspiration from something on Pinterest because I can see a lot of structure to it. But I love the neutrals. I love the neutrals. Here's October 23rd. We're talking about, what was this prompt? I'm just curious. October 23rd was layers. Oh, okay, layers. So I did do I did a little tag here from my abiding journal, some of her printables, and then I layered these florals from Washi Tape Shop, and then this washi tape here. This is also printables from my abiding journal. October 24th, I believe it was leaves. So I picked paper and ephemera that had leaves on it. The 25th, I really like this one as well. Attempting to. So I talked about the different things I'm attempting to do. And I used one sticker book, which was a fall sticker book by Happy Planner. And I really like the colors. I like the gold. And then this one is from Amazon. I have it linked in my Amazon shop. And then this one is from Washi Tape Shop. And these stickers are from Happy Planner. And then on the 26th, it was mushrooms. I don't really like mushrooms, but I did have mushroom stickers. So I used the mushroom stickers, and then I used these stamps from, what is her name? Ali Edwards. Yes, Ali Edwards. And I talked about loving, documenting, practicing, noticing, listening, and embracing. October 27th, the prompt was the little things. As you can see here, this is very structured also, so I really like this one. Talked about all the different things that I like to celebrate in my life. Here's October 28th, one of my favorites as well. I believe the prompt was stamping. Yes, it was. So I stamped a bunch of different cups. So these are all like coffee cups. This stamp set is from Catherine Puller, and I just stamped different ones and I made a little pattern, but I didn't want to cover it. So I made this collage of my favorite drinks. So I just numbered them here with some stickers, and I talked about all the different drinks that I like, but I could always open it up and look at all the beautiful stamping. And I just made a list over here, and I also stamped from this same stamp over on this side, and then I just put a little sticker. This sticker is from like a little pack of Amazon washi photo, so that's not my photo, but I thought it was it kind of fit with my favorite drink spread. Here the 29th was like, oh, obstacles. So I did just choose a quote about obstacles, and I talked about it, and I used some of the papers from Helen's printable, and then this is also from Helen's printable. October 30th, I talked about my travel bucket, but the thing was black and white. So the theme was black and white. So as long as it's in black and white, then you can talk about whatever. The journaling can be whatever. So I just made a list of different cities that I want to go to in the United States. And then I just did like a little travel spread over here in black and white. And then I did, the last one was end of month review. So I just talked about the different things that we did in the month. All right, friends, this is getting really long. So we're gonna just go through November here real quick. So here's my mood board. Here's November 1st. November 2nd was one of my favorites. It's like this vintage style. November 3rd and 4th. Sometimes if I don't have a lot of time, I just do one page. 5th and 6th. Here's the 7th. Because I wanted to use a different theme, I just added this vellum. And here's the 8th. November 9th, I just did a little card here and I did my journaling there. November 10th. Here's the 11th. The 12th. As you can see here, the journaling is very contained, and that's okay. You may not have much to say, and that's all right too. November 15th. Here's November 16th. November 17th. On November 18th, the prompt was like hidden journaling. So I made a little card and talked about my favorite tiny pleasures. I thought this was really fun. And these pockets, I found these pockets at Joann. That was really fun. November 19th, feel good plan. And I just used some scrapbook paper. I put in some paper and I did my journaling. November 20th was like mirror image. The 21st, the 22nd. Here's the 23rd. I also like this one. It was talking about mindfulness. I got this picture from a magazine and I just kind of layered. And I did my journaling on this side. The 24th was just this page. I just put some paper, a really pretty notepad. This is another idea. For all those notepads that you have, you can actually glue them in and then just journal on them. Here's November 25th. November 26th was a 2-page. And then November, when it was 27th. So on the 27th was happiest moments. So I just grabbed a bunch of different, here's November 27th, different things we had done and how happy we've been to go and do those things. November 28th was talking about fall colors or favorite colors. And then the end of month review here at the end with something really simple. I didn't do much. And then November 30th was being grateful. And we're done. Oh my Lord, friends. I am like, I didn't think this flip through was going to be so long, but I'm so glad that you stuck around till the end. Thank you so much for coming to watch this flip through. I hope it gave you ideas to use in your journal. There are many prompts that you can get online from Pinterest, different websites. You can make up your own prompts. Just get creative. Just take some time for yourself. Fill up that notebook. It's so satisfying to just sit here and look back. The other day I sat and I just looked back through everything I had created. And the beauty of this too is also that, you know, sometimes when we start, you may not like what you make, or there might be days where it's like, ugh, I don't know about this one. But then you come to, you know, other days where you're like, you know, that wasn't too bad. I really liked that. And if you really liked what you're creating, well, you can, you know, you can recreate it again. That's the beauty of getting to know what you like and what you don't like, the materials you like. I know, for example, I don't like to draw. I don't really like to use paints, but I do love stickers. I love washi. I love ephemera. And so that's kind of what I just use, you know. I hope you were inspired. And if you like the video, as always, please leave me a like. It helps to, you know, get this video out to other people and get these ideas out to more people as well. All right, friends, as always, I thank you for coming to watch, and I hope this was helpful and just gave you some great creative ideas. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.